Hey guys, my name is Heather Lindsey.
And my name is Cornelius Lindsey.
And I'm so excited that you landed on Life with the Lindseys.
This is so exciting. This gives us an opportunity to share our life with yours.
Yes, we're going to be talking about everything from entrepreneurship to ministry to your purpose to why you are here, family, parenting, relationships, marriage, sex, you name it. We are talking about it.
So thank you so much for joining us today with Life with the Lindseys. Enjoy it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to Life with the Lindseys. My name is Heather.
And my name is Cornelius.
We're so happy to have y'all here. If you're watching on YouTube, we're back in our usual. We were recording earlier, so that's why we switched it up. I had a blanket around my stomach, and people had questions like, am I pregnant? I was just cold.
Don't say that to a woman. You ask a woman if she's pregnant.
Right?
Some people are like, who raised y'all?
Right? And I'm like, and then when you're bending down, you have a tight shirt on, like obviously, you know, it's like you can't wear nothing.
Who raised y'all? That's what I want to know.
I'm not pregnant. But we are praying for other people's wombs to open.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have no more babies. So if you had a chance to listen to the last podcast,
I'm excited.
If you listen to the last podcast, then okay, so
let me get ready for this.
How did this come up? How did this come up?
You used to write me poems all the time when we first got married or first started courting.
Yeah.
And then you fell off. You see, folks be starting stuff and then fall off.
Hey, fellas, let me go ahead and tell you this. All right, bro. Peep this game. How you start is going to be how they're going to want you to finish.
That's right.
Don't start too high. Like the first ring don't need to be diamonds.
It needs to be very big.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Like don't start big, start small. Always have something to build on. Girl, we started small. You start small and then you build up on
it. We ain't had no money.
Yeah, I mean that was the whole point. That was the whole point.
Lighting look great,
but
I feel
nevertheless,
like I'm like washed out. I'm tanner than this.
I don't know, but my tattoo is itching right now. But it is like I'm sitting up like on the screen, like scratching my tattoo. Yeah, it's itching because I just got it. So, you know, it starts peeling and stuff. But no, don't scratch because I don't want it to like bleed or whatever. But nevertheless, the whole point of this was, you know what? Welcome to Life with the Lindseys. This is Life with the Lindseys. You're probably on here like, who the heck? What the heck we just come up on? I mean, the name should be on the doggone thing. You should already know that. But anyway, what are we doing?
I said you need to write me a poem because you used to write me poems all the time. So I'm ready to just receive.
Okay, you ready for this? Strumming my pain.
Wait, I
with
need
her
you to
fingers,
look at me when
singing my life.
That's a song
with her words, killing me softly.
That's not a poem you came up with.
Okay. My bad. That was in my list. Okay,
I want to record this.
Okay, I got one of my notes.
I don't know when it's gonna happen again.
I got one of my notes. Okay, so like legit, I was up like 18,000 hours like writing this.
You just wrote this 2 minutes before we recorded.
That's facts. That's fact. But I wrote in like 15 minutes though.
Because you're a great writer.
I wrote in like 15 minutes. Okay. I legit just wrote this, y'all. Just wrote this. Put in my notes and everything. It's called God Knew. You ready for this?
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
The minutes turn to hours, hours to days, days to months, months to years. Who knew a dinner at Blossom in Manhattan would usher in a marriage that's impacted the world? God knew. Caramel skin, mesmerizing eyes, beautiful long legs, medium thighs. You captured my heart from the second we spoke. I was fumbling with my words, trying to think of what else to say, trying not to choke. You go to sleep. Nah, you go to sleep. Trying to see who hung up first. Not wanting to be the one that ended the call. Instead, be the one that quenched that thirst. Thirst for companionship, hungry to do God's will, two isolated souls coming together in marriage to have babies and still not have it all together, yet knowing we all each other's got. Folks come, they go, but this is forever. You're my first and my last shot. We've traveled the world. We got all the dope experiences, and this is just a start. 3 kids, a cool life, peaceful home. We got our issues, but we also got each other's heart. Me and you, not your mama and your cousin too. We rocking this thing to the end. Why? Because in the beginning, God knew.
Oh, baby, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I need a hug.
Oh, my bad. You are hilarious.
So sweet. Okay,
Are you crying for real?
That's sweet, babe.
Are you really crying?
You just wrote that in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I did. I wrote it like 15 minutes ago.
Oh, will you send that to me?
Are you serious?
Babe, that meant a lot to me.
Are you crying for real?
Yes. Babe, it was so sweet.
It's a sap. I'm sorry.
Ruined my moment.
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry. That's what happens when you wait 10 years for a new poem.
Wow. Wow. Got out. Got out.
Will I have to wait another 10 years?
Got out.
Ooh, baby, can we make this monthly? Just like
send a copy. I'm just going to send this copy. I'm going to airdrop it.
Baby, can we do this like once a month?
Do what once a month?
I know you don't like scheduled things like that, but can we do it once a month? Where we're like, you're writing me a poem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was different back then. It was just us. Now we got kids and stuff. Like, we got businesses to run. I mean, no.
I'm going to need you to commit. I'm just kidding. I just appreciate it, babe, because I felt like you wrote that really fast. And I'm like, how is he going to, you just made it so personal. It was so sweet. We've been through the fire. We've been through so much together. And I just thank God for you. You are the bomb freaking husband.
Well, I appreciate that.
You know that, baby?
I do.
Do you believe that?
I appreciate that.
Do you believe it in here?
I'm lying. I ain't crying. But that's really dope. I appreciate that. But you know what, y'all? Today we wanna like have like a lighter session, lighter time with y'all. I mean, everything going on in the world. We don't talk about nothing that's going on in the world. We don't care nothing about. I mean, we already talk about the election, all the anxiety, stress. We just tired of all of it. So today we're gonna have a little fun. We want to talk to the dating couples, the single. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess the dating folk, the single folk,
engaged folks.
I mean, sometimes like we always talking to like the married people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we always got something with the married folk, and some of the married. I mean, you may get some stuff out of it if you married, but what did you want to talk about again?
How I knew my spouse was the one.
You so churchy.
It's not that. How was that churchy? I didn't say anything churchy.
I don't know. I bet you're gonna put Jesus in this.
Is he not my whole life? No.
Hey,
why did Logan write his whole class on the board?
He definitely wrote his whole class. I'm just looking.
So random, right?
Did he spell his name wrong? His last name wrong, ain't it?
No. You made a G instead of a D.
We probably need to let him know that his last name is not Lindsey. Lindsey. Yeah, we probably need to let him know that. He probably don't know that. But nevertheless, we want to talk about, what are we talking about?
We're talking about like how I knew you were the one and how you knew I was the one.
You know what? Okay, let me ask you this question. Because we already about to get this question. Is there such thing as the one?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
Because I feel like if I would have broken it off with you or you would have broken it off with me, we would have met somebody else. But I feel like every man has a different mission, right? You were called to preach. Like that's what God called you to do. You're called into politics. You're called into a lot of different things. And I could have married somebody with a different mission. Maybe they're called to a bank. Maybe they're called to be an accountant. Maybe they're called to be an artist, right? And if I'm getting under the mission of what God has called my husband to do, it's going to be different based on the ring I accept, right? Mm-hmm. I actually had turned down a ring before you because, did I ever tell you that?
You did.
Okay, I did. Okay.
I think we talked about it on I think I found out about that in Kenya.
Oh yeah, we were in Kenya.
We were in Kenya. We were being interviewed on something.
Like a live. It was like
you were like,
CNN.
So before you, I had somebody actually proposed to me, and I think I was on the show, and I was like, because sometimes I tell myself like, yo, Cornelius, like fix your face, your mouth ain't moving, but your face is telling the whole story. So that's when I found out about it the first time. Then we went back to the hotel, and I think I asked you about it.
You were like, yo, you were.
I was like, yo,
it was a hard no, easy no, easy no. But the thing was, I didn't believe in the mission. I didn't believe in what God called him specifically to do. And I think it's important that if you're looking towards marriage, that you can say, okay, what has God called you to do? Well, I don't know. I'm going to be a rapper this week, a doctor tomorrow. I'm going to be a basketball player the next day. Like, no, where are we going? What we doing? Because that's going to be my life.
Let me ask you this question. You know what? I tell you what, I think we're going to break real quick. And then after that, I have a question that I want to ask you. Okay. And maybe to get some get some insight for the women folk, or I guess for the fellas. So So babe, you know subscription-based businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been extremely popular.
They're booming.
And I mean, the great thing about them is like sometimes you kind of get them and it's a big surprise. It's like, oh, I kind of got this thing. Well, this is the reason why I love Cratejoy. But the reason why I love Cratejoy, oh yeah. I mean, because you're literally getting a crate full of joy.
I love
every single month, and it's a great thing. Whether it's subscription boxes have ranged from like your favorite meal kit or a pet box or something like that. But Cratejoy is created to be a great place where you can shop thousands of subscriptions, including tons of wellness and mindfulness boxes. You can get it right there at Cratejoy. Cratejoy is the world's first and only subscription box marketplace. You can shop over thousands of unique boxes and gifts for just about anything you can imagine. So they have these subscription boxes. I saw some on there that were like, I want to give for me personally, they had an introvert box.
Oh,
they had a date night box.
Which is like a vegan box.
They had something for Christian women.
I love
they had something for, they have all men boxes.
Let me get one for my
They even have one, you married, they even have one for like sexual boxes.
Can we get that box?
So you can
we get that box?
We can give that kind of box. You can, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You already bombed.
Creative. But the great thing is there's something that ranges from you can get your subscription box with wine.
Oh, wow.
Which is absolutely amazing. So Cratejoy is just that easy place where you can find a perfect gift for anyone. So even if I don't want to just get one for myself, I could. If I want to get one for me, I can get one for you, for my mom, for my dad, for my sister, for my cousin. You can. It'll go to them every day of the month that you select through Cratejoy.
Yeah,
so it tells you exactly when it's going to go, and it's going to give them joy all the time.
Yeah. She just loves gifts. My niece is going to love this. Now, if you're looking to give the perfect gift or treat yourself, you can shop thousands of subscription boxes all in one place and get 30% off your first box when you sign up at cratejoy.com/Lindseys. That's right. Sign up today at cratejoy.com/Lindseys with an S to get 30% off your first box and early access to all of Cratejoy's holiday specials. Cratejoy, get joy delivered right to your door.
Cratejoy.com/Lindseys. All right. So here's my question. Is that important to y'all?
Oh, heck yeah.
Like to know the mission of where that person's going. Like, is that important to y'all?
Because to me, like in marriage, just good sex is not going to sustain a marriage. Like you still got to get up off your back and figure it out. 24.5
Jesus, you say you can't be a mattress all your life.
Come on, you can't be a mattress. Like, I heard what are we doing the other 23.5 hours?
You called him a Serta. Did you say Serta? Did you say mattress frame? Is that what I heard you say? She just said you can't be a sleep number all your life.
Exactly. We just gonna lay in the bed and have sex all day? No, we gotta eat. What are we doing? I need to feel like we got vision, purpose. Like, where are we going? Like, are you just going to go work your job and I go work my job and we just live separate lives and we come together?
You do your thing, I do mine.
That's a song, baby.
Maybe. Go ahead.
And then, we may or may not go to church on Sunday. And is that our life? Are we just working to die and just move on? No, I feel like God calls us together with purpose. And for me, it was really important, that whoever I got into a relationship with and marry, that like, I know where we're going, what we're doing. Because even just having money is not enough. Like, what good is that if you have money, but you have no direction?
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing. We don't feel fulfilled. Because there's a lot of people that have money that aren't happy and aren't satisfied.
Yeah. It's interesting because like with the women folk, and we don't know all women.
So old. Who says
so we're
women
not saying,
folk?
Look, I'm from Mississippi. I was raised by the elders, all right?
You were, baby.
I was raised with some common sense. I was raised in an age where they would whoop your behind with a switch. Then they get a belt and a fly swap. Like,
so Roman wouldn't last? The way he turned up today in the car?
No, Roman wouldn't last. He would not. Well, he would last in Mississippi. He would change. But nevertheless, like hearing what you just said, I think we've kind of heard that rhetoric before. Like, women are looking for that direction. We're looking for that direction, but I don't really think that like the women have really heard like necessarily what the men are looking for in the beginning.
What are you guys looking for? Well,
let me ask you this question before I kind of give like an explanation behind this. What do you think that when a woman meets a man, like when you met me, what do you think I was looking for first?
I think you were looking for somebody who didn't have an attitude.
You just said somebody. Why is that important?
Because men want to feel respected. And you're not going to feel respected if I'm constantly cutting up, having attitudes nonstop, and, disrespecting you.
That I do feel like that is a big piece of it. I mean, it's that respect piece, like, but I think it goes deeper than that, in my opinion, for some men. I'm not saying all men, because I don't know all brothers, but I will say that I think for many men, they want to feel respected. They want to feel known, like by that person they're going to marry. They want to feel known.
Did you feel known by me?
Yeah. And when I say known, I mean like not only can you see the fact that I can lead you, and not only do you respect the fact that I can lead you, but you're also willing to be led by me. And that's what I mean by being known. Like, you're willing to be led by me, and then you're willing to see me as a leader, but not see me as a perfect leader. Like, I still have the potential to have faults, and, you won't hold those against me.
Right.
So I think that in itself is extremely important. Yeah. And, oftentimes we always hear from the women, like, well, we want you to lead, we want you to lead, we want you to lead. It's very difficult for men on the other side to be like, yeah, well, I can lead, but number one, will you like my style of leadership? Because I believe that every man in himself is a leader.
Especially if he appears to be passive.
Well, I mean, but
still leader.
But yeah, he's still a leader. He's just a passive leader. Every man is a leader in his own right. I think women are great leaders as well, but I'm talking about a relationship, talking about headship and those different things where, like, you come into a marriage, woman stands beside you, but yet we still cast in vision. We're talking vision. Like, even in our marriage, we talk vision. Yeah. Like, I don't tell you what we're going to do. I come to you and I say, hey, babe, like, this is what I believe God is telling us.
And then, about everything.
Then you come in as a helpmeet. I don't believe that, a wife comes in and she goes underneath your feet. I believe she stands by your side. That's what I believe. But nonetheless, like, it's one thing for you to hear me and to say, okay, I believe you can lead me. But then the other part is that, okay, are you willing to be led?
And you're younger than me by 4 years.
Yeah, I'm younger than you.
And so when I first met,
but I'm really older than you.
You're an old man. Well, I don't say that to be like derogatory, sweetheart. You have an old soul. You're very mature. And I think that was one of the things that attracted me to you right away, was the fact that although you were 22, thank you, baby. Although you were 22 when we met, you had the mindset of an older man, right? Like, you were focused, you had vision, you knew where we were going. I think most women would be okay with submitting to a man like that, because they're like, oh, we're good. I know where we're going. I think the struggle comes into play is when women feel like, he's not leading me. He's putting the ball in my court. He's not taking on the leadership role. It's me constantly, because he's so slow, or he's not interested in making any moves. It's constantly me doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, okay, in that type of situation, what exactly is she looking for him to do?
I don't know. I mean, it could be where a woman feels.
Y'all ever know?
Of course we know. We always have an answer.
Y'all think y'all know every doggone thing.
I mean, it's part of the curse, baby. In Genesis, it says that you have a desire to control your husband.
Yeah.
But he will rule over you. So I feel like women want that, right? They want a man that's going to lead them. But I feel like most times they'll ask the person they're dating, like, hey, what's your vision? And they'll go like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so then we have women in the church that are getting, the word. And then we have the men who might not be in church as much.
I got to stop you right there, because I don't think that's really healthy.
Yeah.
Because I hear that all the time. Women in the church, women getting the word. And I feel like a lot of times women who are quote unquote in the church getting the word, they start to use that word against the brother they started in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Because then they become extremely judgmental.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like, this man, like we ain't equally yoked because like he don't want to pray with me. And he like, well, I don't want to pray with you. Like I was thankful. Like when we got married, I was like, yo, like I don't necessarily pray how you do. Like we still pray to the same God, but like you and I, we pray completely different. There are times we come together as a married couple and we pray together.
Yeah. But it's not like a standard, like every single night.
Yeah, like every night before I go to bed. I have friends
that every night before they go to bed, they pray.
And so, that's good for their marriage.
For their marriage.
Yeah.
But you can't go in with this blueprint from somebody else's marriage and saying so-and-so's marriage is like this. So we have to be like that.
Yeah. Or bringing in this, well, this is what I get from the word. This is what I got from the word. And then I feel like a lot of that crap, I feel like it just scares brothers off because they like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm not trying to marry the preacher. Like, I'm trying to marry you. Like, you the one who fine. But then I can't deal with you because every time I'm trying to talk to you, all you got is a scripture you trying to bring up to me. And I know a lot of brothers where they go and they're like, well, I'm gonna marry her, but he's only marrying her because he's hoping that he can kind of live up to this standard that she has. But that standard is just not real.
But is that fair, babe? Because I feel like if he's not going to church and maybe his lifestyle is demonstrating things that aren't very much, that he's leading.
Well, then why don't you just leave him alone? Like, there ain't no reason for her to just keep dating him and like, well, I'm going to change him and I'm going to change. Like, just leave dude alone.
Yeah.
Just let Birdie fly.
Stop trying to be his pastor.
Yeah, try to be his pastor and his therapist. And if you would pray, if you would wake up in the morning and give an hour of power, and I wish you would pray like my pastor. I wish you would say that. You know what pastor said? You know what
Pastor Cornelius said?
You know what pastor said? You should read this book. You should listen to this podcast. You should do this. Like men don't like that crap.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thankful that you have never come to me like, babe,
I don't do that.
I want you to read this book by this man. Cause I promise you, I will dislike that man. I can't tell you the number of brothers who I've met at our marriage retreats. And they walk up to me and church. They like, hey, bro, like, I ain't like you for like, man, a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Because, my wife kept saying like, this is what you did. And, and I get it. Cause I'm the exact same way.
Agreed. Let's take a break real quick. So the holiday season is here, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And holiday shoppers are buying more and more stuff online than ever before. And I love ShipStation. I've been using it. How long have we been using it to ship our products?
Man.
Probably like 5 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Now, this is why our choice is ShipStation.com. It's the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship your orders. In just a few clicks, you're managing orders, printing out discounted shipping labels, and getting your products out fast. The result, happier holidays for you and your customers.
The great thing about it is like people are writing books right now. People are selling clothes. They're selling different apparel. Like, when you don't just think about just the marketplace, you also got to think about the customer service aspect.
Yeah, that's real.
And so when you have ShipStation, it just puts everything together. No matter where you're selling, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, your own website, ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them really easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone.
I love it.
ShipStation works with all major carriers, including USPS, UPS, FedEx, even international. You can compare and choose the best shipping solution every time. No wonder ShipStation is number one choice of online sellers. You'll ship more in less time with the best rates available. And right now, Life with the Lindseys listeners, all of y'all right now can try ShipStation free for 60 days. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's really good, especially like during the holiday time.
Yeah.
Try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use offer code LWTL. Again, LWTL. Make sure that your business can meet the demands of the massive online shopping season. Get started at ShipStation.com today. So click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in LWTL. Go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in LWTL. That's ShipStation.com. Then enter offer code LWTL. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen.
Yeah, I've learned that doesn't work well. Because you guys feel like you're being disrespected because you're being compared.
Absolutely. And I don't want to be compared. I don't want to be compared to no other dude because ain't no other dude like me. And I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah. So other ways I knew the one is I felt like you were leading, right? And I believed in you and I respected you. And it was very hard for me to respect men in general.
So why was it so easy for you to respect me?
Honestly, I feel like it was obviously I think it was God, right? I feel like from the moment I even saw you, because I saw you for 3 years, I walked by you and we never really spoke. We said hi here and there, but the way you carried yourself, you know what I mean? Like you were you were about your business, but I wasn't interested in like dating anybody at that time. But when we did start courting, it's like, I don't know. I always respected you from the rip. You were like, okay, this is what I'm called to do. This is what I'm doing. Like you knew right away everything that you were going to do. And it wasn't like a question. And for me, it was very hard for me to believe in a man when he said he was going to do something. But even though I didn't see it yet in your life, I was like, oh, I believe him and I'm going to help him do it. And I believe in this mission. Like I'm going to get behind it and we're going to rock out and I'm going to have all his babies. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like no matter what we face, it doesn't matter. I'm like, I believe in you. So that's why for me, it's like when you hit hard times, it doesn't matter because I go back to that place where I'm like, I believe in you, babe, you know? And but you've always, even in those moments where you're like, I don't know what's next and I don't know what God's doing. I'm like, it's okay because I know God called us together and we'll figure it out together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that respect thing was big for me in the beginning.
I think one of the things for me, it was like, not only did it for some people who are listening or maybe watching, you may be like, well, I don't get when people say they just knew. And I feel like that whole point of like me saying like, I knew, it's like, you'll know because you really know.
Yeah.
You know that you know. I think one of the things for me, it was like, okay, I feel like it was easy to just converse with you about like the future because the future is very important to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where are you going?
Yeah. But you also knew I was like a hustler too, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't know that when I met you.
Really?
I didn't know. I knew like you worked on Wall Street and you did some stuff there, and like I knew that. I knew like you went to the church. I didn't know like anything that was like really deep.
Really?
Our son is like, he is like looking down. You see him staring down. It was hilarious. Yeah, that kid.
He found me.
He did. He found both of us. He found both of us. But anyway, but like I didn't know that.
Really? When did you realize that?
That you were a hustler?
Yeah. And then I work like 500 things at once.
I don't remember.
Was it like our first year? When I was like selling on eBay and I was like doing all that stuff.
No, probably like maybe in our first or second year, but like I didn't really know all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
So what made you say I'm going to marry her? Like, how did you know? What was that one thing besides God told you?
I mean, not only the fact that I was extremely attracted to you, I just felt like you had your head on straight. And I just felt like it was smooth. It was easy. And then like, this is going to sound really crazy, but like I tried to run.
When we broke up.
Yeah. I tried to run because like legit, I was scared. Like I was scared in that moment. Cause I'm like, I don't know.
We broke up like just for context, 3 months into our courtship.
Yeah. But for
a month or two.
But for you, like when I met you, it was like, this could legit be it. And I got nervous.
like I want to date around some more.
No, it wasn't in fact I want to date around some more. It's just like, I'm nervous because I got to make a decision. Like this is a final decision. And that was just a lot.
And you were 22.
I was 22 at the time. So I'm like, that's a lot. Like I'm making a lifetime decision right now at 22 years old.
It's amazing.
And it was that, I think that I was scared. So I was like, I got to run. Like I can't do this.
Cause you didn't think you were going to even get married, especially so young.
No, I didn't think I was gonna get married so young. I didn't think so because I was very much focused on my future.
Yeah.
I was definitely focused on my future. Like anybody who knew me back then knew that was important to me. Like the only thing I cared about was being obedient to God. That's all I cared about. Like I was willing to leave my house. I was willing to like walk away from my car. If he told me to leave my car in the Walmart parking lot and walk home, like I
love it.
I was just that committed.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing else really mattered to me. But even like everybody, like the women who I dated in the past, like even like the one woman who I told you about, who I was like, I'm definitely going to marry her. And then, you know, there was that one time where I was like, yo, you get out the car this time. Like I'm never calling you again. And her word, the reason why she got out of the car, we had an argument, is she said that she felt like I put God before her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, like that
God's always going to be first.
Well, yeah. God is going to always be first. But for her thing was like legit, you putting God before me. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know what else to tell you, chicka. So you got out the car, I'm never calling you again. And she did. She got out the car, she slammed the door, and it was done. It was done. So I think just continuing on, it's like, you know, now I'm at this point in my life where I just knew that you were going to be it. I didn't want to like, I don't want to keep searching around. Like even like the little bit of dating I did do, even at that time, it was a lot. Like dating is a lot.
Child.
I don't know how y'all could like date some. Dating is a lot, because then you gotta like meet that person's folks, and you gotta get to know this new person, and you gotta like, I gotta find you crazy, and like I don't know if I want to find you crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. I gotta it's a lot.
Yeah. No, I agree. Before you, I was doing my man fast, right? So I'm like not dating anybody, really focused on the Lord. And I had all these guys from church like trying to take me on dates and stuff. And so I would tell those guys like, no, I'm really just focused on my relationship with God. And I remember just seeking the Lord about it. And he's just like, I will show you when it's the right time. And like when you and I started talking, the day we started talking, it's crazy. I had an ex-boyfriend reach out to me and say, hey, my mom's in town. I want us to go eat brunch with her. And I said, no. And that very time that I would have been at brunch with him and his mom is when you and I connected and we started talking.
That's insane.
Isn't that insane?
That's insane. And
it makes you wonder, like, when we do run back to our past for comfort, we run back to past old relationships that we know are dead, that we know, have no purpose. Are we hindering our future?
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I was done dating everybody. And so when I met you, just right away, I knew, but then I said, let me check out his fruit. Let's do life. Let's see if, we are going to honor God in our relationship. So for me, it was just watching you over a year and 6 months.
Yeah.
Not to say that you're perfect, not to say that I'm perfect. We both have our flaws and our issues, but I said in this, I'm willing to work through life with him.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, I'm actually going to say one quick thing and then you want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, we can take a break. Just in the days that we live in, the time we live in, we need help.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
Mental health.
Mental health is so important right now.
Heck yeah,
with anxiety, rising stress, depression,
COVID,
all those different things. There's a lot of things that's just really beginning to interfere with our happiness. And that's why I am very, 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 very much excited about BetterHelp. BetterHelp, it allows for us to access your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. They help to connect us in a safe and private online environment. And the great thing about it is very convenient. People, especially due to COVID, people don't necessarily go into offices or anything like that, but you can start communicating with a licensed professional therapist in under 24 hours. It's not self-help. It's definitely professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, which is so, so important. Licensed professional counselors, they specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships,
amazing,
sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem. Anything you share is absolutely confidential. It's convenient, professional, affordable. And you can also check out all their testimonials daily on their site. The great thing about it, it's not a crisis line. This is literally, in my opinion, it's a lifeline. It's great. It's absolutely great.
What I love about them is they actually match you with a therapist based on what your needs are.
Yeah.
Right? And we are advocates for therapy. We talk about it a lot. We go to therapy and I'm here for it. Now, our sponsors, BetterHelp, want you to start living a happier life today. Now, as a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/Lindseys. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindseys.
And Lindseys is LINDSEYS. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindseys, LINDSEYS.
So before you, there was a couple guys that, there's actually two that were talking about marriage. One proposed, the other one was talking, but I shut it down really quick. And what I was finding was that if I would have gotten into a relationship with those guys or even married them at that time, I would have been marrying based on my dysfunction because I was not ready to be in a relationship. I didn't need to be dating nobody. I just was not okay emotionally. Yeah. And I feel like what would happen was I would get into these relationships with these people and I would share who I was emotionally. And what came out of that was rejection and abandonment. You know, the stuff that we had to deal with together concerning my issues.
Right.
And they couldn't handle it. They're like, well, you just need to deal with it. You're just insecure. Like that's what I would get faced with. And we would just brawl. You know what I mean? We would just argue, not fight, but like argue each other. And so I was getting into relationships based on my dysfunction. Right. And so I had to step away and say, all right, I'm going to get whole. I need to figure out who I am. Who am I in Christ? I'm talking about I want to be a wife, but let me first just focus on being a believer. Like, let me focus on being whole and focusing on the Lord. And the thing was, I was 26, babe. Most of my friends were getting married. Most of my friends got married when I was like 23 and 24. So here I am in everybody's wedding. I'm 25, 26, and I'm still single. And was like, you're crazy. Your clock is ticking. Why are you so old? This was 10 years ago. Right. And so now it's normal. Like 26-year-olds, oh, the girl, you young, you fine, you're good. But you know, back then it was like, oh girl, you old, you need to hurry up. And so, but I had to learn to be okay with being by myself and being single because I realized if I'm discontent and sad and needy single, I'm going to be discontent, sad and needy married. So I had to like work on me.
Isn't it something like that stress that y'all have that like they put on y'all for women, like the fellas, we didn't, I mean.
You didn't think about that?
Nah. Like even I was 22, but I was like, I wasn't thinking about like meeting somebody or like, I would definitely think about getting married.
Oh man, you're right. The pressure is very different.
I wasn't thinking about getting married. I mean, nobody was like asking me like, hey, you'll get married anytime soon? Like nobody was asking me that question. Like, I mean, everywhere I went, especially at church, people were like, oh, you should meet this person. You should meet that person. I forget sitting like in the front of church and like getting the letters. The security team like would hand me a different letter like every Sunday. And the letter would be like, you know, hey, I looked up, I was praying in the church and I looked up and God spoke to me and said, you would be perfect for my granddaughter. I want you to meet her after church. And I'd be like, I'm not meeting.
Did you ever meet any of them?
No, I ain't meeting none of them. There was one who I guess she stayed, auntie stayed with her niece.
Oh, wow.
After church until everybody left. Because I usually like hung out in the back in the green room until like everybody was gone. And I literally walked out and she's like, come here, young man, come here. She's like, well, you know, this is my niece. And she introduced her niece and I just wasn't interested. I wasn't interested. You know, back then, like I was really like, I wouldn't.
You're so sweet now.
Yeah. I wasn't good for nothing. Yeah. I've softened over the years. Cause like she was like, this is my niece. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, you know, I want you to talk to her. And I said, no, I'm like, trust me, I'm good. Like there's nothing there. Nothing. There was nothing there for me.
Because what does a man think the first time he looks at a woman?
I don't know.
Physical.
Not all the time.
Yes, it is. I don't believe that.
Not all the time.
Hold on.
No, that's not the first thing we're looking at.
Babe.
What we're looking at first, we're looking at like your character.
No, that's a lie.
We're looking at
you're
like
not gonna know my character until you talk to me.
Yeah, no. We're looking like your character. We're looking at like your your spiritual life.
So
absolutely
we
not.
walked by each other, y'all, for 3 years straight.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, we walked by each other for 3 years straight. But he didn't remember how
Are you
tall I was.
Are you about to tell this story? Good.
I just know you so well, baby. So
here we go,
y'all.
Let me look up.
We walked by each other for 3 years, but there wasn't a time where I'd walked up to him and I stood directly next to him. So he didn't know like how tall I was. And so when we were meeting up, we had connected on Facebook. I know I gotta fix my hair, baby. It's like being nappy right now. So it is.
Girl said head nappy.
So anyway,
keep going. Just go on.
So we're meeting up, and this man, okay, the father to my 3 beautiful children, my husband of 10 years, was waiting behind a statue to see if I was going to be taller than him. Because if I was taller than him,
I was going to leave.
He was going to leave and stand me up. And I had never been stood up on a date. I would have been so mad at you.
Look, in life, there's always a first. But that wasn't.
So then I come down the escalator and he's peeking around. I'm like, hey, where are you? I can't see you. And then he's like, oh, she good. She's shorter than me. So I'm like, we have a whole life, a whole ministry, this whole beautiful life together.
I wouldn't think about all of that. Look, in the beginning,
men care more about visual than they do about anything else. When they
I don't understand, but I don't. But what I get is like, I don't understand why women get upset about that.
Y'all,
especially when. But here's the thing, and I gotta talk about this. Especially when it's just that man's like that was like that. That's your preference. That was for me. Yeah. But like women are legit get upset about that. What are you trying to say? He don't like tall women. That's the reason why, black men and all that bullshit. It's like seriously, babe. Like,
no, you're right.
At some point, like.
But that's not true. Like I wanted a Southern man. Like I said, I want a chocolate.
But like
Southern
you didn't.
man.
But see, and I didn't necessarily meet your criteria. What you wanted, because you wanted an athlete, all this other kind of stuff. Or something you were saying. What was you saying? What was on your list?
I don't remember. Somebody over like 6'5" or something.
Yes, I'm not 6'1". I'm 6'1".
And you're perfect for me.
And like you weren't necessarily. Oh shoot! And like you don't grab that. Like you weren't necessarily like But anyway, that's what I'm saying.
We weren't each other's type per se.
Yeah, the preference wasn't necessarily there. But at the end of the day, what I don't get is like people legit get mad.
No, let's be specific. Women get mad, not
women
men.
get men. We be like, I mean, a woman could say all day. She be like, you know what? I didn't want no fat dude, and like, bigger brothers be like, well, okay, like I know somebody who love me. More cushion for the pushing. Like he don't care. But like if a dude get around, he like I don't want a fat chick, and she like. See, that's the problem. They want women to always be, always like be in shape, and they ain't in shape. They fat too. They got a belly. It's like, but that's just not what he wants. And that's one dude. And the great thing about,
can't generalize
that's the great thing about life is that, God has more people out there than just that one guy. And it's okay if that person's preferences don't fit you. That just means that person didn't fit you. Just keep rocking out.
But can we agree that men are visual, and that's the first thing they?
I mean, yeah. You want me to hear me say it? Yes, men are, but y'all visual too.
We are.
Y'all visual too.
Hold on. But a woman would marry a man she's not attracted to if she respects.
What the heck is that?
If she respects him, believes in him.
Are you serious?
And if he has money.
So you're saying you were married. So you saying you were married.
It's like a title, like a position.
You got to be kidding me. So you telling me that y'all gonna go and marry? What you doing? No, I'm doing this on purpose, because you telling me that you would go and marry Humpty Dumpty just because Humpty Dumpty is sitting on the wall.
What do you mean sitting on the wall?
Just because Humpty.
He got a job and he's got a title.
Yeah,
women do.
Absolutely. You got to be kidding me.
Because a woman's number one need is security. So she sees that man's a powerful position. he looks better because he's got that role. He looks better because he has that position. He looks better because he's an NFL athlete or an NBA athlete or a pastor or the CEO.
He can be the ugly duckling and y'all won't even care.
Yeah. And we'll find the beauty in it real quick.
Y'all find the beauty. Y'all, see,
because for us, it's security.
I don't understand.
So if you're leading and I might not be totally attracted to you, but I'll make it work.
Wow.
And can all the women say, amen.
Wow.
Now, I mean, for me,
and then brothers go out, running, trying to, well, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it right after this.
Shopping for life insurance can be like a really daunting task, right, babe? There's so many different policies. You just don't know which one to choose. But the thing is, if you have loved ones that are depending on you, it's really, really important. And that's why I love Policygenius. It makes it super easy. They combine cutting edge insurance marketplace with help from licensed experts to save you money. So right now you can save 50% or more by using Policygenius to compare life insurance policies. When you're shopping for a policy that could last for more than a decade, those savings really start to add up. This is how it works.
Yeah. So first you need to head over to policygenius.com. That's policygenius.com. In minutes, you can work out how much coverage you need and compare quotes from your top insurers to find your best price. Policygenius will compare all the policies and they'll do it as little as just $1 a day.
That's amazing.
And you might even be eligible to skip the in-person medical exam, which is really cool. Once you apply, the Policygenius team will handle all the paperwork and the red tape. The best part is they do the work for you, not the insurance company. So if you hit any speed bumps along the application process, they're there to help you out.
I love it.
That kind of service has earned Policygenius a 5-star rating across over 1,600 reviews on Trustpilot and Google. So if you need life insurance, head over to policygenius.com right now to get started. Again, it's policygenius.com right now to get started. You can save 50% or more by comparing quotes. Policygenius, when it comes to insurance, just nice to get it right. And then brothers, we run out, we trying to marry Rachel when, God got some Leahs lined up, but you don't want Leah because Am I going too far with this?
It's fine, babe.
I mean, the Bible said
in the eye of the beholder. Everybody is beautiful.
I'm telling you what the Bible said. Don't do that.
Okay, tell us
don't
the
do
Bible
that.
story.
What the Bible said, because it said that Rachel was beautiful. All these different,
Leah was ugly.
It didn't say to say. It said her eyes was kind of crossed.
There's nothing wrong with people that have cross-eyed.
That ain't what I'm saying. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying, look, I'm just telling you what the Bible says. All right, this ain't Cornelius. This ain't Heather. What the Bible said. But even looking at the story, it was Joseph, wasn't it?
Yeah,
wasn't Joseph? Even if it's looking at the story with Joseph, like Joseph worked 7 years because he wanted to get Rachel. He didn't get Rachel, he got her sister.
It wasn't Joseph, was it?
Was it Joseph?
I don't think so. Joseph.
Look it up. I think it was Joseph.
From the pit to the palace, I don't think he fooled with her. Hold on.
Oh, which one was it? Was it Joshua? It wasn't Joshua because that's Joshua and Caleb. Look, don't be getting my Bible stories mixed up.
Y'all, we're recording.
Don't be getting my Bible stories mixed up.
It's Jacob
and Rachel. You right. Oh, the pastor messed it up. Hey, look, that's okay. Let's go back. All right, pimps mess up too. I ain't no pimp though. Jacob.
What?
Look, just flock with me. Flock, you messing up. Look, bring attention back where it's supposed to be. Okay. So Jacob, the Bible said Jacob worked 7 years for Rachel.
Yeah.
Like he really wanted her. He didn't get her. Daddy gave him Leah instead. Because
she was the oldest and the oldest had to be married first.
Yeah. But the Bible just said, the Bible said her eyes was like that. And then Jacob decided that he still wanted Rachel. So he had to work another 7 years. He worked 14 years to get her.
Wow. And then you work 14 years for me?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you wouldn't work 14 years? Ooh.
But here's the crazy thing. Peep
my sister?
Peep the No, I'm sorry. You were so wrong. Hold on. Wait. Here's what the point I'm trying to make. I'm trying to get to the point. Let me get to the point is. Oh my gosh. No, God. No. The point I am trying to make is this, okay? I forgot the doggone point. I went through all of this.
You worked for me for 14 years.
Oh, no. Okay. He worked for 14 years. She was still complaining. Just give me a child, lest I die. What is it? I want to unbear room. I want to have a child.
No, 14 years later, her sister's getting it in. She getting
her sister, but no, her sister had, I think her sister had 4 kids.
She's watching her.
Okay, then, but this man worked for her for 14 years.
I'll complain too. The thing is,
I wish you would.
I bet you she's an Enneagram 1 because we noticed everything.
I didn't get that.
Everything makes us upset.
He worked for her for 14 years. They get into a relationship, and
she's like, "Give me children, lest I die." She felt like her purpose came from children.
I don't get that. Like at that point, I'd have been like, look,
died.
Yeah, she did. She died. She died. But then the crazy thing is, she named her son after her pain. She named him Benoni, son of my pain. But then, Jacob went to the back. He went to the back of that car. He went to the back of that carriage. He said, "I'm gonna change the name because sometimes you got to change the name. That's right. You got to change the name. The people done called you. He renamed that child.
Come on,
from Benoni, son of my pain, to Benjamin, son of my strength.
Benjamin. Come on,
son of my right hand. Because at the right hand is a place of strength.
One of our kids' middle name is Benjamin. That's strong.
I don't like Benjamin.
Roman Benjamin. No offense to anybody named Benjamin that's listening.
What? Why we always got to say that? People so sensitive now.
Oh,
people sensitive,
people
right?
Grab that little clip and it'll be on all the blogs.
Why? Yeah, Jesus, help me, Father. Help me, Father, Jesus. But nevertheless, I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, if you wanna kind of close it down, just get the people 3 things of,
Oh, I knew you were the one.
Yeah, or how they can know each other the one. Or how they know they know they're in the right relationship. I go number 1.
Okay.
Check patterns. Patterns.
Break that down, Papa Bear.
Check patterns, not preferences. Check patterns, not preferences.
You took mine.
My bad. Well, I mean, just check patterns, not preferences. Patterns are important because, like, if you dating somebody and if that person keeps losing a job, then that's the pattern that person has. But if that person also loses a job yet finds a job, that's also a part of their pattern. So you want to just continue to check that pattern, and that pattern is showing you what kind of pattern you have in the future. Number 2.
I think that's great, babe. I would say make sure that they have a relationship with Jesus.
Yes.
The Bible's clear. It says, don't be unequally yoked.
That's what the word says.
That's what the Bible says. Now, you don't want your donkey and your ox and you're rolling through life. And ladies and gentlemen as well. It says the oxen
and the ass. That's what the New King James Version says.
Version, though.
The King James Version calls it the ox and the ass. That's Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 10. If you wanted to go check the scripture.
I can't say that word, even though it's in the Bible.
The ox and the ass.
Okay, so the ox and the donkey are rowing throughout life, you guys, and that donkey's stubborn and he does not want to go to church, or she does not want to go to church. She does not want to submit to that vision. He does not want to love her like Christ loves the church. They are just butting heads over and over again. And one of y'all going to be dragging each other throughout your whole entire life.
That oxen going to drag that ass through life.
You're not going to be satisfied. Really?
That's it, because the two are yoked together.
I just wanted to say that.
No, the two. No, what I'm saying, but the Bible says that Deuteronomy 22 chapter 10 says, "Do not yoke together the oxen and the ass." What? And I'm saying they're yoked. That's not. I'm saying they're yoked together, and just picking on what you're saying, I'm saying that one day the oxen, which the Bible looks at as a clean beast, is saved, sanctified, filled with and then you got the donkey over here, you got the ass over here that is not saved, that is unclean. And then, this in the Bible. King James thought it was appropriate. Thank you, King James. So now the oxen gonna have to drag that ass through life. That's all I'm saying. You just don't like the way I'm saying it.
I don't. Oh my gosh.
Hey, that's
All I need
that's
is
the word.
talk about drag that.
What? But it's not a song. Why would it be a song?
You make everything a song.
I mean, somebody could. Maybe it could.
You're probably gonna say
I can see somebody like
tonight.
Dietrich Haddon come out with a song like that. He just seemed like the kind of guy who'll come out with a song, say, drag that ass through life.
Baby.
What? What is wrong with that? Is that the King James version of the Bible? But okay, number 3, we gotta go. What's the last one you got? Because you got to be equally yoked. You want to check patterns. What do you feel like the last one? And again, this list's not comprehensive, but it's just fun to do.
So the last advice I would give would be to figure out what their weakness is and see if you can live with it for the rest of your life.
That's a good one.
So if this person has an anger issue, what if they never change, right? What if this person has, a stealing problem? What if they never change? What if this person has an attitude problem? What if they never change? Like, what if this person you're with, if you figure out what their weakness is and they say, it could be a rejection problem, abandonment. Like, what if they never heal from that? And are you willing to be in that relationship and be a part of their healing and be a part of their process? Because everybody has an issue. The thing is, let's find out what that issue is and see if you can deal with it forever.
I love that. Let's deal with the issue. Well, y'all, we've been with y'all probably long enough.
Yeah.
And love y'all to the moon and back.
And I just want you to know we're not naming it what you said.
Name it what? What?
After this, I don't want you to be like, hey, babe, can we name it? Drag that.
You don't want to name it Drag That?
No, this is a Christian podcast.
It's not a Christian podcast. It's a podcast done by 2 Christian people. I am saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. And the King James Version says ass. And I said ass.
You're right. And you said it in proper context.
I said it in proper context. It ain't like I said I'm about to beat some. That's a different context.
Sweetheart, you are.
But I said it in exactly how I said it.
I was just saying,
I've even said it in church. I've stood up on the pulpit and I preached Deuteronomy 22:10, and I read from the book. That's the book, and the book said oxen and ass.
Baby, all I'm saying is let's not.
Numbers said Balaam smote the ass. So sometimes you got to smite that.
All right. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Okay, yeah.
See y'all later.
All right, y'all. She really left. Hey, baby, don't smite the ass. Hey, okay, y'all.
Goodbye.
Appreciate y'all being with us for another episode of Life with the Lindseys. I'm Cornelius Lindsey. This is my wife, Heather. She's cool. We love y'all. Bye.